Manchester United drawing at Old Trafford. We haven't seen that this season. Oh yeah, we have against West Brom only a few days ago, against Burnley, against West Ham, against Hull, against Arsenal, against Liverpool, against however many teams you want to say we've done it against. It's 9 at Old Trafford in the league alone this season. Manchester United are a predictable pile of poo at the moment, to be very, very polite about it. You know, Zlatan Ibrahimovic got a late equaliser for Manchester United with a penalty, but that's just being polite. That's just putting a cherry on top of a turd. And I've said it over on the YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out, youtube.com/United People's TV. Manchester United were, once again, a very predictable, very poorly organised, very poor in front of goal football team tonight. And West Brom or Everton, doesn't matter who we played, it's the exact same performance from Manchester United tonight. You know, and yes, we did hit the bar twice. Yeah. Yes, Robles made a couple of good saves. Yeah. Yes, it was an offside call, which could have potentially not been given as offside. But for me, I think you're clutching at straws to try and say that Manchester United didn't deserve to come away with a draw or less from that game. That's the way I feel about it. Everton came and they set up just like so many teams have done this season. They sit deep. They wait for Manchester United to either make a mistake or they hit on the counter or get a set-piece opportunity. That's exactly what Everton did tonight. It was smart from Ronald Koeman, especially after what had happened to them against Liverpool only a few days ago. Man United played into their hands like putty. And just to see United be so bad going forward. Michael Carrick used to be the midfielder that used to just cut defences up with a straight arrowed ball to the edge of the box. Right. Instead, sideways balls. Ashley Young and Daley Blind as fullbacks. It doesn't work.
What about when we brought on all those players?
And then we brought on Pogba, we brought on Mkhitaryan, we brought on Shaw, who I think, you know, I've got to talk about Shaw. After the week that Luke Shaw has had, got to give him credit for what I feel was a decent performance. You know, some of his crosses were overhit, but the kid was trying. Eric Bailly was the only player, only player in that game who really fucking tried. You know, this is an Everton team who were embarrassed by Liverpool only a few days ago. And we embarrassed ourselves by making Gareth Barry look wicked. Phil Jagielka looked like a young
superstar.
John Terry. And it was fucking bad. Comment there from Maxton Lowe saying offside goal should have been given. Absolutely should have been given.
Yeah, but there's a lot of goals that Man United should have buried. Andy Herrera should have buried that. That last header from Zlatan, where Rashford has whipped it in and it's gone over the bar completely. It wasn't offside, you're right, but these are the things we should be burying. They should be going straight in the back of the net. And I can see why not Martial. We had enough on the pitch to kill the game off. We can say, what about Martial? Oh, bring on Rooney, whoever. There was enough on that pitch to kill the game off. And Manchester United, once again, could not do it. Now the question is, what are we going to do about it? Because listen, I often see people talk about it. Do Man United need to go on another spending spree? Do we need to get rid of certain players? Is it Mourinho feeling like he does something wrong? Because to Mourinho, he feels like he's doing everything correct. Man United are creating chances. They have got teams on the back foot quite often, especially at home. You know, teams are setting up to defend against Manchester United. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's not working. Something's not working. And 9 draws prove that. Something's not right at the moment.
You know, it's with United, it's one of 2 issues, I think, this season. One of them is either with the finishing. You know, we've had so many, say, like Burnley at home, where we had like 38 shots. Tom Heaton had a worldy performance. And then you get a game like like today, or a game like West Brom, where we didn't have that many opportunities.
Exactly.
So the issue was not with the finishing, the issue was with the chance creation. A few comments from you guys here. One here saying, I'm Kiki from Tennessee. I think Manchester United players need to be sure of themselves. Absolutely.
I agree with that.
We're sitting there saying, what was Man United's shape at any point in that game? It very much switched at half-time. Blind came off for, I think it was Pogba. And then we switched to 3 at the back. We had Young, and then
Young went to the right.
Yeah, and then they switched. They switched again. Switched wings.
We had a point where Jesse Lingard went to the middle of the pitch.
Yeah. You had Pogba playing further back than Carrick at certain issues. It was a very strange performance from Manchester United, not only in the players themselves, but in how Man United set up to play against an Everton team who they knew were going to sit deep, who they knew were going to sit disciplined. And we played into their hands exactly like we did against West Brom. A comment here that I saw a quick while ago. I want to answer this one. One from Davey Wilkinson from Northern Ireland. He said, "We're robbed by the linesman, but honestly, we shouldn't have to be relying on 1-goal wins as United."
Exactly.
We shouldn't be, but unfortunately, that's the way we are. Hull City, get a load of this stat. Hull City have scored more Premier League goals at home this season than Manchester United have. It's this Hull City, a team that at the start of the season had 15 fucking players in their squad, a team who has sacked 2 managers.
Yep.
And a team who's still scored more than Manchester United. Come on, man. There's no way you can paint that up. It's just that Manchester United are repeating mistakes. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Exactly.
And in 2 games, in the space of 4 days, Manchester United have repeated the performance against 2 different teams with the same result. And sorry guys, I don't know at what point this season, you know, we've only got 9 games left now. At what point this season do Manchester United change that? We've got 9 games left.
Yeah, 3 at home.
We have to play Chelsea at home, we've got to play Man City away, Arsenal away, and Spurs away. Spurs have beaten Man City at home this season, beaten Chelsea at home this season. They look fucking great at home this season. Manchester United couldn't be any worse than that. Worst home form we have had since the 1973 relegation season. It's bad. Let's read a few more of your comments here. One from Mudassir. Why is Pogba playing so slowly? I'm just asking. We asked the same thing. You're being very polite about that. Pogba, when he came on the bench, second half of there, I expected Pogba to be orchestrating, be leading,
commanding that midfield.
Yes, you can't expect Pogba to get a goal or an assist every game, but what I can expect Pogba to do.
Why not though? No. Listen, I understand. I'm not saying every game, but a game like this, I'm not going to mention the price tag, but I want a player of Pogba's caliber to come on and make something happen straight away. For him to come on and give me 45 minutes of nothing is not good enough. It's not good enough. Fair enough, he didn't assist. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He didn't dictate.
Right.
He didn't push. He didn't do like one crazy run. He wasn't breaking down play. There were still certain times where we allowed Everton to even have the ball for way too long. We should have broken up play.
Yeah.
He wasn't even breaking up play certain times. I don't know. Listen. We could talk about this all day in terms of the players, but at the end of the day, something needs to change. Like you said, it's going on. It's becoming very repetitive. It's
repetitive. It's been going on all season long. Stuart Finch there saying manager is too focused on the Europa. I think it's very, very clear that Jose Mourinho sees that as Man United's best way into the top 4 this season.
Okay, and the only reason why I would disagree is because Mkhitaryan came on.
Right.
Pogba came on. I feel like those players were supposed to be rested.
They were, but we were shit. He had to bring them on.
It's crazy.
It's like he kept what he felt were his players that he didn't want to put in the limelight.
Exactly.
He kept them on the bench, but he thought, what I'm seeing here is fucking shit.
Exactly.
I've got to change something. A few comments here about Luke Shaw. We've got to mention him. Luke Shaw has had a tough week. It's not been easy for him under Jose Mourinho at any point.
At all.
You know, he came back from the injury last year, double leg break. Came back this year, a couple of niggling injuries. Jose Mourinho's played it softy at certain points in December. He said he wants to get behind him, but he's just not been good enough.
Yeah.
And this week, Mourinho didn't throw him under the bus, but he said his focus isn't good enough, his commitment's not good enough, his drive's not good enough, his ambition isn't there. I want to see more of Luke Shaw. The next day, Shaw went into his office and sat down and confronted Jose. Didn't confront Jose, but confronted the issues head on. Lo and behold, Shaw comes on in the second half. That's an indication that Mourinho has seen something, that he's realised, not that he's realised, but he said, you've done well here, Luke. I'm going to put you on. I've now got faith back in you. And for me, Shaw rewarded him with what was a good performance from a fullback. Yes, his crosses were overhit, but at least he was fucking trying to cross.
Exactly.
You can't have a go at an attacking player when they try something and it doesn't come off. It's like why so many Man United fans hated Nani.
Yeah.
You couldn't hate him because when it came off, we scored a goal.
Exactly.
But from what we didn't see was enough other players trying what Luke Shaw did. We didn't try enough. We didn't have Carrick passing it through the middle enough to the players. We didn't have Pogba clipping it over the top like he has done so many times this season.
And we didn't have Zlatan putting away them chances.
And he had a few chances again. You know, I'm not going to. He's 27 goals this season. You can't land
that
too much.
Still,
But you know, he could have had 35 goals.
Also, sorry, just to quickly back up the Luke Shaw point.
Yeah.
It was him who got that penalty.
Yeah.
It was his shot. It was on target. That Williams.
Could have been a goal.
It could have been a goal.
Could have been a goal.
Could have been a goal. So he would have been the real hero today.
Comment here from Mark saying we don't deserve 4th place. We're not good enough. We know better than last year with Van Gaal. Another draw at Old Trafford. Shocking.
Yeah.
Can't disagree with that. Amrit saying I don't know why we are like this. Mourinho should select the best squad available. Shaw was clearly the one who got us the penalty. Why Young? This is Mourinho's not going to throw Shaw back into the starting 11 after the week he's had. And to bring him on is as good a statement as anything that is in his plans. And after the game, he has said he's not trying to kill him, he's trying to help him improve. He's a young player. And Shaw's had a tough 18 months. But getting back to the game itself...
Oh, sorry, 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 yeah? Why don't United try to put the ball on the ground and play? You know what it is? It goes back to that air of confidence that Manchester United used to play with. Before we used to dictate the play.
Yeah.
We controlled the pace of the game. Do you know what I mean? The ball used to be played on the ground and we were able to move it and string a whole load of passes together, back and forth. Whereas now it looks very tiresome. And there was at points at the end, right at the end of the game, where Manchester United, all the players had kind of pushed up and they were just waiting for the balls to just lob in.
Yeah.
Just waiting for it to lob in. Whereas before, we know Man United have got late goals. We used to get late goals all the time. That's what Manchester United do. But it was play. Like you said, there was a build-up of the chances. It used to be built up. You used to see the football working. I kind of agree with him. I don't feel like the ball is on the ground enough and being played properly. I don't know. I'm not trying to say we need to change the way we play, but something's not right here. Something's definitely not right.
Something is not right and something hasn't been right. As I said, this is the 9th draw at Old Trafford this season. And pretty much every one of them, maybe apart from the Liverpool game, was avoidable. We shouldn't have conceded a last-minute equaliser to Giroud. We should have scored against Burnley. We should have beaten West Brom. We should have beaten West Ham. I'm not going to fucking run through them all again.
That kills me. West Brom lost today.
Lost 2-0.
2-0 to Watford.
Troy Deeney scored against Watford.
Yeah, alright. So that's Watford at home. And Everton, who took a pummeling from Liverpool last week at Anfield, came to Old Trafford and managed to nick a point. It just says a lot. It just says a lot about It says a lot.
Yeah, United are not the team we once used to be. Old Trafford, we may be on the longest unbeaten run in Europe, which has got to be one of the worst stats that has ever existed in football. But a comment there from Mark saying Eric Bailly was our best player tonight. Let's finish on a positive.
Definitely agree with that.
Not me coughing. Eric Bailly was very committed, and that's what you want to see from every other player. We didn't have that from every other player. Mourinho's going to lambast a lot of those players in training, and as he absolutely should, because Man United have let another 2 points slip. We're now, we're 5 points behind Liverpool, I think, and we've got one game in hand. Who's that game in hand against? Manchester City away. Let's see what happens when we go to the Etihad and we play like that. That's going to be interesting, but there is positive for Luke Shaw tonight, played well. Positive for Eric Bailly, he played well. Other than that, I think we're struggling. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, thank you all for your comments throughout the show. This is Cheeky Sport Jermaine. Make sure you check out youtube.com/Cheeky Sport for more cheeky sport content. The clue is in the name. It's like the Ron Seal of YouTube channel, isn't it?
It's all in the tin.
No, we shouldn't be laughing, but
it's all in the tin, baby.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
You're gonna cry
because this is United right now.
Exactly.
We are predictable, very predictable. Thank you all for watching. I will see you soon. Take it easy.